Hello my dear students, myself Lakshmi, Assistant Professor, Sanjay Godawati University. So today I am going to continue with my previous lecture, so that is power factor improvement. So now we are going to solve problems on power factor correction, so which we have derived in a previous lecture. So first problem 1 is, an alternator is applying a load of 300 kilowatt at power factor of 0.6 lagging. If the power factor is raised to unity, how many more kilowatts can alternator supply for the same kVA rating? So you can see here, so what they have given, so alternator is supplying 300 kVA at power factor of 0.6 lagging. The power factor is 0.6 and kVA kilowatt rating is 300 kilowatt. If the power factor is raised to unity, if the power factor of the alternator is raised to unity, so how many more kilowatts can be alternator supply for the same kVA rating? So let's solve. So we know the formula for kilowatt is equals to kVA into power factor. So first we know kilowatt, we know the power factor for a 0.6. So I'll take kVA outside is equals to, what happens? Kilowatt divided by cos phi. So how much is the kilowatt? Is given is 300 divided by power factor is 0.6. So if you calculate this, we will get 500 kVA. Next, so this is 500 kilowatt at 0.6 power factor is equals to 300 kilowatt. So now what we need to find is, so how many kilowatts we can supply to the alternator if the kVA rating is the same. So again take the formula, kilowatt is equals to kVA into power factor. So we got the kVA rating, that is 500 into power factor, means if you increase the power factor to unity, that is 1. So how much kilowatt we can supply? 500 into 1 is a 500 kilowatt. So you can see here, when the power factor is 0.6, we are able to supply only 300 kilowatt of active power. So when we increase the power factor to unity, we are able to supply the kilowatt at 500 kilowatt. So note that the improvement of power factor, so when power factor alternator is unity for a 500 kVA, so we are able to find 500 kilowatt. So for a 0.6 lagging, we are only able to supply 300 kilowatt. So this is the advantage of improving the power factor from 0.6 to unity. So I hope this problem is clear to you. So let's go to another problem. Problem number 2. The given problem is, a single phase motor connected to 400 volt 50 Hz supply takes 31.7 amperes at a power factor of 0.7 lagging. Calculate the capacitance required in parallel with the motor to raise the power factor to 0.9 lagging. So in previously we have derived, to improve the low power factor, we have connected the capacitor in parallel with the load. So that only they have given 31.7 ampere power factor of 0.6 lagging. If you increase the power factor, so how much rating of capacitor we require? So as I already told, that we can't choose the capacitor randomly. We need to find out the value for a capacitor. We need to design the value for capacitor. So let's solve this. So for this I am going to draw the circuit diagram and phasor diagram. So as they said, they have connected single phase motor. With this motor we have connected one capacitor parallel with this to improve the power factor. So how much supplies they have given? 400 volt, 50 hertz frequency. Correct. So next, this takes 31.7 ampere. So this load is takes 31.7 amperes of current. So this I am going to name it as a IM. Then I can mention this is total current, and current flowing through capacitor is IC current. This is a capacitor C, and this is a motor current which is 31.7 amperes. So we need to find the IC and value of the capacitor. So these all are given values. So next let me draw the phasor diagram. So I will take real part as voltage. So initially we will draw the phasor diagram for this load, so which we have derived in a previous lecture. So voltage, and this motor is having a inductive in nature, so the current will be lagging. So this current is lagging to voltage, that I am going to mention it as IM current. Next, after connecting the capacitor, so current is capacitor current will be leading the voltage. So this will can write it as IC current at an angle of 90 degree. So this angle I will name it as phi m. So next, to improve the power factor, so neutralizing this motor current and capacitive current, so what we get a resultant current. So completely we can't neutralize the current, but some part of the reactive component we can reduce, we can improve the power factor. So this current I am going to name it as I. Understood? So this is the angle of phi. So next we need to find the active component and reactive component of the motor and capacitor. So first we'll solve active component. The formula is IM is equals to IM cos phi m. So we know this formula. So next, IM is given, correct? And how much is there IM? IM is 31.7 and cos phi m is 0.7. So how much we get? If you multiply 31.7 into 0.7, 22.19 amperes. Next, active component for capacitive. So I cos phi. So we don't know the I value. So we know only cos phi, which that is a 0.9 lagging. So I into 0.9. So now we can find the IM we know the IM value. So I is equals to IM or I divided by cos phi. So why IM is equals to I? Because here we get a IM cos phi and I cos phi, both are same. So without connecting capacitor and after connecting capacitor, the kilowatt active power is same. So that's why I am taking this 22.19 divided by cos phi of 0.9. So how much I will get? We get 24.6 amperes. So this is the active component of capacitor and this is the active component of the motor, IM and I. So next we need to find the reactive component. So formula for reactive component is Im is equals to Im sin phi m. So we know the Im. How much is the Im? Im is 22.19. Sorry, Im is 31.7 into, we don't know the cos phi m. So we can write it as 1 minus 0.7 square. So this is the formula is based on the sin square plus cos square plus is equal to 1. So we know cos square. So what I have done is I have taken sin square outside. What I'll get? 1 minus cos square. So sin is equals to square root of 1 minus cos square. The same thing I have written it here. So after calculating this, how much reactive component we get for a motor? So we get 31.7 into this 22.6 amperes. This is the reactive component for a motor. So same thing we need to find for the capacitor. I is equals to I sin phi. So we know I is a 24.65 into sin phi is a same square root of 1 minus 0.9 square. So how much we get? We get 10.75 amperes. So this is your reactive component for capacitor. Next, we need to find the IC and I value. So how we can find the IC and I value? So we know the formula for IC is equals to V by XC, correct? So XC is equals to 1 by 2 pi FC. So this is the formula to find the IC value, correct? How much this IC is equals to V into 2 pi FC. We know the V value, we know pi, we know the frequency, but we don't know the capacitor value. So before calculating this IC, we need to find the capacitor value. So next, let me solve the IC value. So IC is equals to what? Im sin phi m minus I sin phi. So we know the Im sin phi m. So that is 22.6 amperes minus I sin phi is 10.75 amperes. So how much IC will get? We will get 11.85 amperes. So we got IC value. So now we are able to find the value for capacitor. So using this formula. So next I will take C outside. C is equals to IC divided by V into 2 pi into F. So what we get? We will get capacitor value of 94.3 microfarad. So I hope this problem is clear to you. So thank you.